Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2, where we're building our very own mega city. Guys, we've finally got Town right now, all the way up to 3,000 Seniac, come on right now. 3,499 in terms of resident size. 4,000 over 4,000 in shopping and workplaces. And when we check our town list right now, we're pushing Town right now to a size of 4,000. Boys, it's getting very, very interesting right now. And last episode really helped us out because we not only did we create some bypassing routes, which worked out in our favor, we created a big line that kind of goes around the back. Even though it goes through Town here, it completely skips it. So passengers from these cities to these cities are able to get back and forth without interacting with Town, thus alleviating some of the pressures on the existing lines. And then we did the exact same thing over here as well. Big line leading down to this side as well. Again, we alleviated a lot of pressures. But the one thing I didn't do is get a line from these guys here to these guys over here, with a nice little loop around just there. But I gotta build the cities, or the stations for the cities. Now, once we build that one, we've got all three big sectors, apart from this one, because we haven't really finalized this area just yet. We've got all big three sectors right then, with bypassing routes that don't lead to Town. So it means less passengers are going through, which then hopefully means the lines will be a little bit more clearer. And then eventually the ability to reduce some trains and hopefully get rid of that minus 30% deficit we've got on the emissions. Now, we've got some big expansions that we still need to do today. I'm thinking about also adding or figuring out how we can do the extra city line along here. And also at the same time, do you think it's time that I now edit these to 600? I think so. The max you can take them to is 800, so we're only 200 then off the max. Bam, bam, bam. Now let's see how big Town is going to grow. Guys, like I said before, if you are enjoying this series, make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new, because things are about to expand more than you've ever seen before. Right, what we're going to focus on right now then is adding 5 new stations to these cities. Once we've got that line set up, just like we've got set up over here, we're then going to run a line that comes and bends around to the outer line of these stations here. Then that's given us a bypassing route for these cities to these 8 cities over there that no longer have to interact with Town. That's the only bypassing line I currently don't have, obviously minus this city over here. So let's get rocking and rolling. And if I weren't mistaken, what we got to do is we've got to get it set up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're on. Let me pause for a second. This road here. Now we've learned that we've got to delete it all. We can't have anything else in the way. As annoying as it is, it's all got to go solely because it messes up. Hold on, boys. Hold on. It messes up my whole alignments. Now, this is all... Oh, this is going to be difficult right now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 on this one. Now, unfortunately for us, we kind of built one of these quite early and didn't do anything with it. So, it then means that all of this has now grown. And it's not in the ideal position to where I need it to be. And what's annoying is, so much of it has grown, I've got to delete so much of it. But all I can say is, it will grow back. And it will grow back bigger than ever before. So I've got to run along here. All this now got to be deleted. I'm not liking how they've gone diagonal on all of this, but hopefully this new train line system will kind of sort all that out. Oh, it's heartbreaking to delete it, but I do know it will grow back, boys. It will grow back. Bigger and better than ever before. Right, that should keep us going from hot min. Just get rid of those for a second. And I think we're now good to go. So, buildings, train stations, high speed, 240, 6 lanes. And let's rock and roll. So you go there. We then have one that goes here. We then got one that goes there. One that goes here. And then finally the last one. Ooh, that's a different style of road. I might just quickly upgrade this real quick. There we go. For you to go there. Right, beautiful. So what I'm going to do next then is we're going to set up each one of these stations to have the additional building connected to it. That's elevated. That's not what I want. So we can maximize each of their coverages. And that's all I've got to do. Run it along on each one real quick. Now, there's only 5, so this shouldn't take me too long. I'm now a pro. I've done this so many times right now. I now feel like I'm an absolute pro at building all this. Now that we've got our systems all set up. All right, bam, bam. So that is 3. Just 2 more remaining. And then we are dynamite, baby. We are dynamite. All right, bam, 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 bam. And then, of course, this one. Bam. Oh, that one went wrong. Maybe we're not dynamite after all. Maybe not, maybe not. So that's now all in. We're just going to get the roads now set up to run along. So let me actually upgrade first the roads that are not the correct type. And I think that's it. So that actually worked out pretty well for us. So run this down then. So they do like to utilize these as new kind of like, almost like a highway style road. I know I mention this every episode, but they like to use it as a highway style road because it becomes a quicker route because there's less connections. Not so much the one I'm doing right now, it's the one after. This back end one here. Now if I bring this all the way across in a straight line to there, that connects to each one of the individual stations. Bring this all the way down as well. And then we'll do the roads after. So, now we need to get train tracks. And then we've got to link each and every single one of these now up. Yeah, that is the last one there. So, we'll do all 6 just because, like I mentioned this last episode, Future Seniac does approve of past Seniac for building all those train lines. And as Future Seniac right now, compared to last episode, I did approve. That fool was right. That fool was right. So it just kind of gets it all situated. We're all done at that point. I haven't got to then come back and build train lines. You know what I mean? All good, boys. All good. Right. There we go. That's all done there then. So once I've done this, we'll use the most outer line. It also does give me then another additional option to run a main line directly into Foolstown to split the passenger load. So theoretically, I will be getting 2 passenger train lines out of this one system. Just like to throw that out there real quick. So this is going to be beneficial in multiple ways for us. But I'm more interested in the bypassing route going to the line of 8 towns. Oh, that one's messed up. That one messed up big time. Right, there we go. There we go. Was that the last one? Yes, it was. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we're going to use the outer left one as the one that bypasses to the row of 8 cities over there, and the middle one going directly to Foolstown. So by that logic, these here are the crissy crosses we have to utilize for those 2 lines, because that station there is treated as the end station, the end of the line for those 2 systems. Now we're going to have to do signals. So bam. Oh, no. Bam, there we go. Sort all the signals out. How have we already got a signal there? Oh, because that's the auto sig. Damn, son. Right, there we go. I might as well do it for all of these as well. Right. Again, we're doing it very loosely. Very loosey-goosey right now is what we're doing. Oh no, I've messed up already. I even knew I was going to mess up and I still clicked to place the signal down. Like an absolute foolio. Foolio. Right, there we go. Last set now, just here for a minute. Alright, there we go. I know I missed one over here. So let me just throw that in there. Nice. Right. They're now set up. Last thing I'm going to do, which will allow me to then build, is just quickly set up the crossy overs for each of the roads. I'll just do a couple for now, just so we've got 1 or 2 now in. I'm not liking this this diagonal system that they're trying to build here. I'm not a fan of it, and I'm going to destroy it all for the sake of them being able to build normally. I'm not a fan. Don't do that, is what I'm trying to say right now. Don't do that, fools. Don't do that right now. All right, straight through. Which there is, again, a deviation in the road bending there, but I'm going to... I'll allow that one. All right. I allow them to do the rest of the magic. And then, like I said, I'll just allow the cities to then pick and choose how they then want to decide to how they want to build the rest of all of this. But for me, I'm not too bothered. Right, I've deleted quite a bit in some areas, but I can now put it back into play mode. And then we're back in business. Right. So, let's get this then sorted to a connection around here. So, theoretically, we're going to have to bring these lines out. So, bring you out to there. Same with this one. And then keeping this going forward as well. And this one going forward as well. Nice. And then... Oh, we've got to do this one. I didn't even say... Future Seniac is not happy with past Seniac that he did not set up this outer line system here. See? I'm not always praising past Seniac, boys. Told you, past Seniac's sometimes a noob. Right, is that all done? Yes. So, annoyingly, there is 8 along this line. There is 8 along this line. Bam. Bam. And... Bam. 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 Well, bam. Right, glorious. Oh, no, hold on. We've got to do the crissy-crossies. And then more annoyingly, I've got to sort all the signals now over here. I thought it was going to be simple. He thought it was going to be easy. But past Seniac made sure it was going to be a nightmare. He really made sure it was going to be a nightmare, boys. Really did make sure it was going to be a nightmare. Right, signals. And boom. Alright, get this done. No hardships. No hardships right now. So the real question is, how big is Foolstown now going to grow since we edited more of its stats, and the fact that we're going to have even more connections leading on to it? Truly, I do not know. But I'm really excited. Okay, so now we're done. We can officially get these now connected. So we're going to bring this out, and I'll bring it to there. So it just kind of comes out a little bit further, and then we've got to bring it all the way through. So ideally, we want it to, it's got to connect to over there, so to turn in this direction. So if I theoretically had a line, okay, we'll have to delete some of this then. We're going to bring that to there. This is where our line's going to run. It's not too important, to be honest with you, because it's going to be slowing down anyway. So speed's not too important for us. I mean, it's still doing over 100 miles an hour, or kilometers anyway. All right, that does what I need it to do, and then I might just go for the full send here. We'll go for the full send. There we go. The full send, the full shebang implemented there for a bypassing route. Wow. And then that line here is going to bend round, and it's going to be the line that connects in to this system here. Even crazier, boys. Even crazier. But I'll get the bypassing route first set up, because that will, as I build the next one, that will take a lot of heat off the other one. So there. Coming all the way down and round to here. And then it utilizes this, well, it utilizes the first one as being able to utilize both sides. And then the very last one as both sides as well. So that then should then bring us back in that direction, which it already does. So let's get these stations up and running, which is directly after it. And then leading back down. And don't need to do that one because it then returned back to normality. Right, so if we now implement the track constructions here and placed you just here for a second. Tracks. Now, which way do they go again? Sorry, they go... Oh, something's not right on this. Oh, no. It's done the wrong ones going back. So, from 14... Oh, no. 14 going down. Right, we'll get there, boys. I gotta take them all to number 5. There we go. Oh, that would have been annoying. At least it was easy, though. I've got to sort signals out. I've got to sort the signals out. On there. So I'm going to bring that to there. And then that to there. So it crisscrosses both lines. We're going to buy a bunch of trains. Now, we'll need a lot of trains for these because of how long the line is. So I'm probably going to do 10. Right. Yes, I have not renamed it yet. So don't come at me in the comment section. And then signals. So you're there, you're there. And then we're going to do you here, which should auto-sig going all the way around. So you're there. And then auto-sig going all the way back. Nice. Right, so now that that line is pretty much done, that will take a big load of heat off the passengers coming through, but it does take time for it to kind of fully be implemented. You know what I mean? It does take a lot of time to be fully implemented. So in that meantime then, we'll connect that individual line, the middle line, then going up and over into here. So we kind of did that previously with this one, and I had a lot of fun, guys, in trying to build the ramp going up, which was absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, that was. It took longer than it should have, is all I can say. It took longer than it should have. Right, bringing this up and out. And you got to take it to its kind of like maximum. Has that dropped down at any point? I don't think it has. No. Well, that's as low as I can get it, right? I mean, it's never going to be perfect. Well, that's now at a 2. I think actually we might get away with this one being perfectly fine. Now, does that line share anything with anyone else? Oh, yeah, it does. It shares the line coming in from that side. Right, that's going to be a huge transition as well, isn't it? So we've got to bring this all the way around. So if I just get to this bend, parallel you, parallel you, parallel you, delete that one, because then that's the space gap. That's the space gap then to here. So that gets to there. That gets to there. And then at that point, it bends into that. So very simple. Very simple system. And hopefully it should be super effective as well. Right, so you're going that way. You're going that way. There we go. We got the auto sigs in. You're that way, and I have one last one just there. Right, that leads all the way in as well, so we can now create the same, well, a new train line. It's all coming together, boys. It's all coming together. And there's already people waiting at these stations. So because we haven't set up the line that goes to Foolstown, all these people waiting right now are to go to over here, which are people that would have gone into Foolstown using the other line and route. Interesting. Very, very interesting, boys. But now we're going to implement a new line. So we might see some pressures coming off this line as well, now that we're able to transition a whole lot easier. So let's set that line up now. All the signals should be in, but I said this about the other line and we still had problems. Leading in, that goes into here, to here, to here, which I'm going to have to sort out a Crissy-Crossy. Now, thinking about it. So, tracks. There we go. Wait for that train to pass just in case I oof the train slightly. Nice. Nice. So that line is now in. And then obviously it needs to add a station to come back. Which it should be on the other side. There we go. And then that should continue, which it does. Going back down. Bam, 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 bam. So they're all on 4s. Well, they're on 3s. And that last one can utilize both sides. What's this one here? Oh, it's the other way around, that one, isn't it? Yeah. And what's the very last one it gets to over here? It's number 8. Which is you to utilize both sides. It doesn't crisscross here, does it? No. Okay, we're actually fine. We're actually really fine right now. So I'm wondering if we need to implement more signals. There is certain parts here where we do need signals. Alright, there we go. Do a set. Just there. Right, that should be fine. That should be fine. I don't think we need 10 on this one. I'll probably just do 6. We'll probably just do 6. And then see how we get on there. Right, 2 new lines all hooked up. One bypasses, one directly to Foolstown. So the one going to Foolstown alleviates these 2 pressures on the line going to Foolstown. And then the bypassing route takes away passengers that would have to go to Foolstown who didn't want to go to transition to a new line to come in. So that makes things very, very easy for us. Very easy. And how's Foolstown now doing? Oh, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Right, that's getting crazier right now. So we do have a little bit of an issue with the stations, and that's because they're getting slightly overloaded. Don't tell me the trains are stuck, are they? I think they might be overloaded because they are stuck. So we gotta fix that, boys. We gotta fix that right now. Now, it is a bit of a pain. And by a bit of a pain, it is a huge pain, this is. So I'm going to see. I don't think changing anything will do much apart from, right, that line that goes all the way in. We're going to manage it. And on 11, kill it off. 10, 11, we keep, but we only want 1. And 10, 11, which will be now number 10. We get them to utilize both sides, which we currently do not have both sides. and then we implement a crisscross here instead. So get rid of that signal. So I'm now having to do something a little bit dramatic. Which is quite difficult to see. There we go, there we go. And that just sorts out the blue line. You know what I mean? That just sorts out the blue line. And nothing else. So that train will now glitch its way through because I've completely messed everything all up. So what they do is they crisscross at this station rather than having to crisscross through the 3 stations, which completely messes everybody up. And obviously there's now going to be a train stuck. Here's what it is. But it will give me the ability to cancel them crisscrosses off. I just need to do the same to this line. Okay. So 14 we kill off. Which that becomes 1 and 13. So get rid of you and number 1. Get rid of you. Which leaves that to be 1 and 11. So number... It's now 10. Can utilize both sides. Oh, no, 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 no. It needed to go to there, didn't it? Right, you can't utilize both sides. So after that one, add station here. And then come back. So 11 utilizes both sides. And we got to do the crisscross then here. So delete that signal. It will be a little bit of a huff and a puff right now. But because I got my bypassing lines, it should also enable me to reduce the amount of trains on these couple of lines here. So signal would then go there. Right, this will take some doing right now because everybody is now super confused. Okay. Everyone's going to be super confused with what they now need to do. So we will have another issue with the trains in just a minute. But once we get some clearing going on, the only crisscross there, thus dramatically reducing the pressures. Dramatically reducing it. So that will move at least 1. We were kind of hoping for one of these trains to go. But I don't think they're going to. What are you? You are a green line train. So how can we solve this to get them to bypass? You're going that way, you're going that way. You're also going that way, which you're now stuck. That train there is completely stuck. And if I just completely... I mean, which way are you going, more importantly? You're the green line, who should no longer be here. Is there not a signal here for the next train to move? Wait, oh, I don't think there is. Right, that'll at least bring one of these trains out. Who I don't know. Is he going to make you moving? Oh, he does. Right. That made you move in, which I didn't really want it to. I'm assuming you're both blue trains. No, you're a green train. Right, flip you around. We'll make that one go back out that way. It will use that to cross over. And then once that clears, we should then start seeing some movement. This is why I'm building the bypassing lines, by the way. This is why we're having to go down the road of building them. So now we should get a bit more movement on the go. Please tell me you're a green train. You are a green train. Which I'm going to flip you around to go that way. Just get you out of here for a second. You're a green train as well, so I can also flip you to get out of here. Providing you do going into there, you're still programmed to go that way, which you do. Right, this will now give us our clear movement, boys. This is completely sidetracked me for what I wanted to accomplish. But this is important because this is going to change how the trains approach the area. So that's going to try and turn around in just a minute. Yeah, we then turn that one to go back that way. So we're kicking it back out. And then we should have usual business should be resumed. I can then get rid of these little crissy crossies once they've all got through their system. So we're still going to have some issues lying around. What train are you? You're a blue train that's got to go that way. You're a green train that's got to go that way. You're a green train that's got to go that way. Now the crisscross. Let me turn this one around. And then that should take the turn down there. Are you a green train again? Yeah. Turn back around. Right, we're in business, boys. We're in business. Except you don't want to go down here. So we are going to drop. There's a signal there. But if I just drop the signal here, that will move that train for this train to head out. And then we've got a blue. We've got a blue. So now we've got the blues on the go. Which we can push the blues back out the opposite way. You're green. So kick you out that way. You go that way. You go that way. So kicking them three now out should alleviate that space. You're going out anyway. You're now coming in. So that normal business is being resumed over on that side. So we've solved that side. We're now just going to sort this side out. So you're blue. You're green. So blue is going that way now, isn't it? So turn you around. Turn you around. Like I said, normal business should now resume once these have cleared. So you go, which means... Can you not go? Oh, is it this signal stopping you? Well, that's now going. Which should allow this to then come in. And then the movement happens. The movement then happens, boys. Alright, that's now going. Which is good. And that train there is a green train. Okay. That's now moving out, so that should then be able to come in. Right, please say you're going the opposite way. I might have to turn you around. Yeah, turn you around. Right. Now we should be moving. So you're going to come in, which is going to make the next train, which is a green train, come in. But the green train needs to be turned around, but we'll have to turn it around after. Right, you can go green train. I think because that green train is currently merged right now, there's not really much I can kind of do about it. So do you know what I'm going to do to this train? We're going to manage the vehicle. I'm going to sell it. Because it's technically stuck right now. This one. I'm going to sell this one. And then just alleviate some pressures this way. So once they're now all cleared to go, what train are you? You're blue. You're green. So in reality, I can kill that off. And I can now kill that off. Get rid of that signal. And if they're stopping there, we get rid of this signal. And then if they're coming in this way, so we need that one. We kill off that signal. And then we just need a signal then here. And I think that's everything needed for them to do what they've got to do. So what they would now do is they now share this platform here, which is, you could argue, not an improvement, but they're sharing one then rather than sharing three, which is a lot easier to maintain. Now this train here, if I just get it to turn round, that should then give the green light to go. We then should be back in business once things tick along. Right, a little bit of a sidetrack right there, but that's all good. That's all good. Foolstown has grown dramatically in the process of me doing that as well. Right, so we're now back to moving. What I want to do next, I did say I was going to play around with adding more cities over here, but I've just had a brainwave in the whole cusp of all of that. Now, you know we've built these lines. We've got bypassing lines. We've got lines coming in to alleviate the pressures. What if somebody wants to go from here to here? Well, they've got to come in, switch over, come back. Not the best of ideas, is it? What if I was able to create a loop in the city itself? But then I think to myself, well, if I create an outer loop like this, then, you know, what if people want to go from here to there? You know, then we got to sort that out as well. Right. We should have a lot of issues with trains here. You are line 73. Why are you... Wait, what? Hold on. Is this whole blue line on the wrong side? How could that go any worse? It's on the wrong side. Right, you're okay. We're now going to switch every single one of these. So, 4... That is hilarious. Right, it's not funny, but it's hilarious. That is actually hilarious. So you're technically in the right way. That's hilarious. Right, you going that way, turn around. That's hilarious. You have to admit, that's funny. I don't know how. I don't know how I managed that. Anyway, back to this. So, yeah, if I did an outer loop like that, that's great. It channels people here who want to travel to other places here, not having to go through to pick up a different line. But people don't want to get into the middle, not great. Now, I've got the option to create either a train loop system or an individual line that goes up and down like this. So what I got to do is go this way, up, and there like that. That's where trams now come into it, okay? I could do train links and loops, and that would work, but it is sharing the line with cargo. So I think trams might be the better situation. So if we treat this... Oh, my goodness me. Right, hold on, boys. I knew there was going to be big issues. I didn't realize the issue was going to be this big. It's all the trains and currently on the wrong side. Right, now they can go on the correct side. I think that might be the only issue, because that train was coming down anyway. Right, you can now go. No, you got to go that way, right? Yeah. You got to turn around. Right, I think now we're all good. We're all good. So this is going to be a first for us right now, is implementing trams. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got 8 stations. So if I did one at the end, then one there, then one, no. One there, 2, one there, no. One there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, miss 1, 1, miss 1, 1, miss 1, 1. So they're no more than one stop away from a tram route. That's probably how we could do it relatively easy. But let's see how it would work, because the other side of it is we do have mass amounts of traffic leading through. So would the trams be able to benefit from this? I would have to build more roads. Oh my goodness, what now? Right, who's on the wrong side here? You are. Did I miss that train or something? I must have missed that train. I must have done. Right, please leave me alone right now. Please leave me alone. So we'll have to implement more roads. Is a thing. We have to implement more roads as a connection. So if I get a bus and tram stop, if I electrify it, I do platforms 3, 3, 30. This is now going a little bit OTT. And if I did it on this side here, does that connect up to all the areas? Because I want it to be quite walkable. But to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter, because the main goal of this is to get them to travel from station to station, right? So that's the main goal. So if I implemented, for example, this one there, let's just experiment with this, because this is the big one. This is the big one. And they connect and they touch, but that's not what we want. We'll do it on the outskirts. And this one we'll do on the outskirts as well. So pure experiment this, okay? Pure experiment. We'll do it on a few more. We'll do it on a few more. So if I do it on that one, we skip one, we do it on this one. Now, it could be that trams are not the way to do it. That's what it could turn out to be. Trams are not the way forward with this system. Right, that goes there gloriously. So I have to kind of slightly rotate that. And the sole purpose is to transfer them from station to station. It's not to transfer passengers in the middle, because the station's already reached those areas. That is the sole purpose behind this. Right, we've got to squeeze it in where we can squeeze it in. So we've done one there, one there, one there. This will be the last one then here. This is the last one. Bam. Bam. So let's electrify the roads leading now to it. So theoretically, we do need to build more road connections. So let me start at the very beginning over here. So it's got to go round. And in. And then this one. Like that will be fine. This one next. Going straight up. And then going straight up this way. We'll bring it round this way. There we go. And then this one. So pure experiment this. It could be that maybe doing trains is the better option. It literally could be that is the better option, but you don't know until you try it. So we shall see. Right, I've got to lead that to over here. So if I bring this way, build a street connection I'm just going to go directly here. There we go. And then this last one then just here. So bringing this all the way around. So I'll have to reevaluate some of the roads because they obviously lead to very, very high traffic areas. Is that upgrading? There we go. Build a street. Slightly diagonal just for the sake of it. Right, that's all in. We've got our 4 tram routes technically set up. Okay. 4 tram routes now set up, and all it's to do is to transfer passengers between the lines so they can travel within that radius and not have to go to Foolstown to then come back depending on where they want to go to. And I'm doing it on the big 8 city because if it works here, then the cities with 5 cities would be a doddle, boys. It will be an absolute doddle to get those in. So we've now got to implement a bunch of tram depots. Now, to be honest with you, it might be a better idea just to utilize 1 tram depot. So there's no harm in just upgrading all of this. Okay, maybe there is because I didn't realize how long this was going to be. Okay, actually, it's not that bad. This is just me trying to be efficient and lazy at the same time. So if I squeeze in right now a tram depot just there. And now if I was to create new lines. So it's from here, here, and here. And each one utilize all the platforms in case we do. This does turn out to be such a great idea that I need a gazillion amount of trams. We've got the option. But the reason I built 4 is so it's not all centralized. It's spread hopefully more evenly and takes a lot of the pressures off the other tram routes. That's the idea behind it. Expect the middle ones to be the busiest. Actually, no, expect the first one over here to be the busiest because that's the first stop coming from the other areas. So expect that one to be the busiest. That's what I think anyway. I could be wrong. 9 times out of 10 I am wrong. But this is just a pure experiment. In hoping it reduces the amount of people going, like I said, to Foolstown. So, all the stations. There should be like an option where you can toggle where it just automatically selects all of them. I bet you there is. Someone's going to go, yes, and you press this button to do it. I'm like, damn. Right, so, tram depot. And we want the big boys. Electric. I'll buy. Now, money doesn't mean anything to us at this point in the game. So we'll buy 6. Put those 6 on line 74. Buy another 6. Let me buy 18. I'll do it all together in one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Line 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Line 76. And line 77. Nice. Right. We shall see. Now, this will take time, but we shall see how many people then transfer to them and how many people want to go between them. So the logic is people, say, for example, people who are here and want to go to there, to one of the buildings, have to kind of go in, transfer over to come all the way down. Same for somebody who's here and wants to go here. They've got to go all the way down to transfer to come all the way back in their own cities. So by doing that, it just shortens it to it goes bam, crossover, bam, bam, there. It makes it so much shorter. Yeah, they got to take an additional transfer, but they were having to do that additional transfer anyway, just in Foolstown. So we shall see. We shall see how beneficial it actually is, and it will take a lot of time for it to be fully working. So if that works, that will be what we implement then moving forward into the other cities. Oh, I'm an idiot. Have I put the wrong vehicles down on these? Why have I got horse and cart? Right, line 74. Line, oh no, I've done it to all of these lines. I'm an absolute idiot. I am so sorry. I wonder how long it would have taken until I noticed that. If I didn't realise. Right, anyway, whoa. What is the city size of Foolstown right now? 4,200. The residents have expanded. How is my little depot over here doing right now? They've seemed to have sucked up all of the goods. Which is, pardon the pun, good to see. Are they now cleared for all of this area here? Yes. We've now got more movement on the go. So we should be all okay here. It does mean it pushes all the passengers to here, but with what we're now getting set up, it should take away a lot of passengers at the same time. Right, this is now starting to get people waiting. By people, 3 people. But hopefully more people do arrive. There's 9 people there. So you got to think right now, every person that uses it is one less person having to go into Foolstown to come back. I mean, there will be some people who do use it in general to get over there that wouldn't have gone to the train anyway. So there we go. There we go. There's a lot of people on this blue line want to get in. But takes time. It just takes time. That's all we can say. It just takes time. I'm going to have to wait for it to now all slowly bounce back and for it to all be properly integrated within the systems. So like I said, I do need to create more roads because right now they are not enjoying the roads. And how do I need to get rid... Oh no, I don't want to get rid of the tram tracks. I just need to create more roads. More road crossings. More road crossings, please. So more the better. Ideally on the same junction would be great. More road crossings the better, boys. Couldn't do it there because there was a signal in the way. It's mainly super busy over on this side. We'll create some roads cutting through here. So it's mainly super busy here. But like I said, I'm giving them more options to travel. And that should dramatically reduce. I mean, it also doesn't help with the train stopping because it creates dead ends. Well, I've got to alleviate this pressure though because of the tram tracks. And maybe upgrade some of these roads. No, they've already upgraded anyway. So, got to give it time now. Trains are passing through. Vehicles can then move. But because this is mainly like the end platform, they're getting trains back and forth twice as often. But like I said, with the new roads, we should see a bit more movement. And the backlog should start to die down. Theoretically, anyway, that is the argument I'm trying to make. Right, so the quality of stations is now back to 0 because we have less people now waiting. Those numbers are shooting up right now for residents. And I think we now need to start thinking about doing the extra bus routes leading around. Goods have just been dropped off over here right now. I think we might need to add some extra buildings to stop them going to waste. What buildings could I place in? That's too big. But I added a couple more there, just kind of take the backlog. But the trucks are on the way. This is the busy line. It does actually make profit as well, which is hilarious. So are you coming in? Who's coming in where? You're coming in to pick up 20 off that platform straight away anyway. More cargo is about to be delivered, by the sounds of it. But this vehicle is about to come in and pick up a load. How many vehicles are on this line? Do we get more? Nah, because I don't think it's that frequent. It's like... It's all or nothing all at once, isn't it? So leave it as it is, boys. We'll leave it as it is right now. So how are we doing over here, then? 17 people, 18 people. They're now starting to wait for it, which is really good to see. A lot of people on this line right now. We might need to add an additional train. Just to clear the backlog. Just to get through that backlog right now. Does it come from over here? Where's that train coming from? Oh, right at the end over there. You know what? That's not actually a bad spot for it to kind of come from right now. 30 over here. Now, how's the road traffic in this area? You could argue samesies. Another road connection. The more, the better. More, the better. Just spreads the traffic a little bit more evenly. So the only issue we had really was just mainly over in this area, which is quite annoying. But they are using my new roads, so it should alleviate. I think the big issue is there's one big city there versus a city there, so they've got to crisscross no matter what. But they are using it, and because there's so much train traffic, that's just how it is. It will mean that the trams are not as efficient as we expected. But maybe we could do something for the trams to make them a little bit more efficient. I'm going to pause. Delete you, delete you, delete you, delete you. Could I build this road to go underground? And then obviously upgrade it with my tram tracks. So if I killed it off there, because we do have trams on that part of the road, and then flip these trams round, and then slowly de-evolve these roads, because that underpass would be, it would actually be quite handy for vehicle traffic as well. It will be quite handy. So let's wait for it to all now pass through. And then we're Gucci, mate. We should have more underpasses in general anyway. Alright, waiting for that last one to do what it's got to do. Get rid. Right, only there because of the issues that lie within it. Everything else, we're all okay. Some vehicles use it as well because they complete handiwork, but mainly the trams can do what they need to do more than anything else. That's what we're mainly focusing on. A lot of people waiting there, so we might need to implement more trams in the future. Anyway, boys, we'll see what happens. We've got our new line in over here. It bypasses, which is really, really good to see. And we've got a new line that leads directly into Falls Town in general. So things are stuff is now on the up. This is now freely moving a little bit more. Granted, it does put more passengers here, but we are seeing less and less and less. Falls Town has dramatically grown. We're now at a city size of 4,300, which is wild, boys. Wild numbers right now. Going for another growth spurt as we speak. And my connections are now 510. You gotta remember, now we're doing trams as well. That increases the amount of places it's able to connect to. So it's just growing and growing and growing. Right, guys, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please smash the like button down below. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.